Alright, we are moving right along with the Unity Maze project, part 5 of 6, almost done. So this one we have two different pieces of code that we want to implement, or I want to teach you how to implement. The first one is destroy an object if you touch it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some rings in here. I think that, let's see. Well, I'll just create some spheres right here. So created rings in a different version, but I'll create like spheres. Now that's obviously way too big right there. But let's say these are like the things that you want to collect or whatever. So I'll just kind of I'm going to create a couple of these. So I'll just kind of have these things kind of hovering down here at the ground, kind of like that. Alright, just kind of hovering, kind of. So we'll right click on that, duplicate it. We're going to create like 3 of these guys. Actually, before I duplicate these things, I'm going to apply. Let me delete and delete this one. We want to apply the script and the material to this. So I got my sphere right here. Now let's find like a gold texture. Alright. Click on images. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me what texture we choose. Something like this. Save image as. Let's go ahead and save this. We have to have a texture applied to all of these images that have scripts on them. Otherwise, it just does not, the scripts don't work. So now I go to import new asset, find that gold, drag the gold in the materials editor, and drag that kind of gold onto there. So now I got kind of a gold sphere going on there that I want to collect. Now what I want to do is I'm going to, in my assets folder, I'm going to go to scripts and I'm going to create a new script, a new JavaScript right here, and we're going to call it destroy, D-S-T, okay, destroy. Okay, and I'm going to double click to open this up. Feel free to use whatever editor you want. And then I'm going to come back over here and I give you actually the code for this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and I'm going to paste this code right here. So notice this is very similar code to the last thing that we did, but the tag player right there, this actually gets applied to our camera, and then the destroy object, the whole script is going to be applied to the object. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I can close out of that actually. And I want to apply this destroy script to the sphere. So I'm going to add component on here, and I'm going to type in destroy. Because this script is right there. I got the destroy script right there. But let me remove this component. We want to make sure that I'm going to drag this one in right into there. Sometimes the wrong script gets added. Okay, there we go. I got the destroy script added in there. Perfect. So right now, if I play this, it's still not going to work though. There's that like gold thing, but like I just kind of touch it and I can jump on top of it, I guess, but it doesn't destroy itself. So what I want to do is I need to make sure that my first person controller right here gets tagged. And the tag needs to be player for this one. So remember in this script right here, in this destroy script, it says other.tag player, P-L-A-Y-E-R with a capital P. We need to make sure that that tag gets applied to this. So now I'm going to go ahead and play this and you'll see it's still not working. And the reason for that is we need to make sure that we have that is triggered on there. So again, I could use this sphere collider, and actually if you look, the sphere collider might actually work because that's the green on there. So if I check that, I think the green on there is probably pretty good. And so if I get that, it destroyed that object. That's really good. Just for practice though, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this component right here, and I'm going to add in mesh collider. Okay, and I want to make sure that that's convex and is triggered. And so now wherever there's a material on there, basically this image, then it'll be applied. So it still works the same way. Oh no, it doesn't work that way. I might need to check convex. Let's see. It says failed to create. Source might have too many smooth surfaces. So this happens a lot when you have a sphere on here. So spheres sometimes have too many. Look at how many surfaces there are on there. So when we have too many surfaces on an object, a lot of times like we're unable to create the collider. So there's a couple different ways that I can fix this, but probably the best way would be to remove this component. Let's just add COLL. So I can add back in here that sphere collider right there. But you might want to make sure that is triggered. Make sure that you just click on this, and we might want to like modify this. I'm not going to because mine actually edit undo. Mine actually looks like it's in a pretty good position, but I just kind of wanted to walk through like adding these different colliders. So let's go ahead and clear these out now. These errors out, and I shouldn't have any more errors in here. So now I can click that, and it gets it. So now we've learned how to destroy an object if you touch it. So I'm going to duplicate, and so now I have like a second one. Let's duplicate this one. Now we have a third one right here. So now I can kind of walk along, and like as I touch them, I kind of destroy them. So, and you can kind of actually see that they disappear over here from the hierarchy. Now, what happens if I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right click this cube right here. I'm going to actually duplicate this cube, and I'm going to do something that's a little bit different here. I'm going to create like a wall right here that will make it virtually impossible. I'm trying to make it impossible here to be able to jump onto that other one. So let's see, I don't think that you could jump around this. Let's see. So what I'm trying to do is I've made my game a little bit harder now. So I don't think that I can jump. I can't jump up onto there right now. I can still jump up over here, but now this wall is blocking me from getting over there. So now, the wall doesn't block me from getting over there. Maybe I can modify this. It's always good to test your game. Test it lots and lots of different times. Okay, so that should block me from now getting over to that other side. So I can jump up right here onto here, but now I can't really get over onto that other side. So I need something to destroy that other one. So I'm going to create a copy of this sphere. Or I'm going to duplicate this sphere. Okay, and I'm going to like hide this sphere somewhere. Okay, so this would be something that somebody had to find. Okay, maybe I'll hide it, I don't know, kind of over here on this side, right over here. If I double click on this, it zooms in on it a little bit easier so that I can modify it. Okay, so now I have a hidden sphere over there. Okay, and we're going to create actually another script for this. So I'm going to go to my scripts, and I'm going to create another JavaScript, and I'm going to call it destroy other. Okay, and let me double click on this destroy other script, and this is the code that I'm going to use for this one right here. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste that code right there. So now notice this thing says if the player touches it, then destroy game object find with tag wall. And notice this tag right there. That tag's pretty important. So I'm going to apply this destroy other script to that sphere. It's sphere number 3, and I can just drag it kind of in here if I want. So now I have the destroy script, and now I have the destroy other script on here too. And then this destroy other script, it says to like it's going to destroy game object wall. So I need to call this object right here. This is going to be my wall right there. Okay, so on the tag, need to add a tag. Tags, let's go to the plus, and we're going to call this wall. Okay, so whatever is called right there, that's what I need to add right there. And again, this is kind of annoying, but the tag doesn't automatically apply. Now that we've created the tag, now we need to come back in here and apply the tag. So now, come in here, I get my 3 different cubes, and then this cube over here, the hidden one, if I get that, now all of a sudden that has unlocked that wall, and now I'm able to access this. And I still have my hot lava down here, so if I touch the hot lava, it kind of restarts the level, but everything, notice when it restarts the level, everything kind of goes back to normal. And kind of have everything back. So, yep. So that's how to apply both of those two different scripts. Okay, we did the destroy and the destroy other script. So this is 5 of 6. One more video to go. Let me know if you have any questions.